All right. Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, nights, and all the other times a day. I'm Palidore, and this is, well, VRML. And this is OCE and Mighty Quinn. Hydrate already, don't mind if I do. Good stuff. All right, well, welcome back to it. Continuing on this very busy weekend of streams. Nate Appleton, what's up? What's up from the Big Apple to the Big Apple to the Big Nate? 2, 4, 6, Nate. Anyway, good to have you here. So yeah, Rowdy Artifact as well. We got Cedric, Dino, Hulk. Oh my, Dinosaur and a Hulk can't even handle that. Jake, Fox VR, and yeah, we are getting ready to start. Hopefully soon. 2 matches in a row here for OCE currently. There will be more later on. Look, I figured it's the weekend. We've got break week coming up. So I'm just gonna wear myself out in a good way because I love these matches. We're just gonna cast throughout the night. Why not? You're gonna get zombie mode me eventually, but for now, this is okay. I dig it. You know, we're gonna have a 5-day break after this weekend, so let's go. We've got Invictus Reserves following this matchup. This is Talos and Dark Reapers Reserves. Then we have Invictus Reserves versus Dark Reapers, main. About an hour and a half from now, we've got Equilibrium and Astria. That one got 11 hype votes there, and surely going to be an exciting match to watch, especially given how Astria coming off of that win versus Leviathan. Great game that was, 27-27 across 3 rounds, that scoring total. But yeah, that'll be a fun match to watch a little later on. There'll probably be some other stuff too, because we have, what else? Dragon Slayer's Divinity in there, Villain, Leviathan. There's some other matches coming up. I haven't slotted myself into every one yet, but we'll take it as it goes. You know, it's that time of night, that time of weekend. We're already halfway through the season. Can you believe it? I can't, but I'll make sure. Okay, yeah, I did put the notification in the right Discord channel there. Okay, anyway, so let's see. Good morning, Mighty Queen and Dino Hulk, Rowdy Artifact, loathsome. Hopefully you're not too loathsome, but I'm very happy to see you. That's wholesome. I realized it took like 30 seconds to drink that. It was just in front of my face the whole time. Ah, boy. So, how's everyone doing? How's your guys' weekend? While we wait... Oh, look, server's full. I was about to say, while we wait for the server to fill up here, ask you guys, tell me what's going on lately. What you've been playing outside of Echo. You know, there used to be a time that I... Oh, nice shot there. There used to be a time where I was always on top of what's going on in the gaming world, and I never thought it would change, and yet here I am, unaware, blissfully, somewhat unaware of what's actually going on these days. Can you believe it? If nothing else, I've turned into almost more of a mobile gamer, like on tablet and stuff, just because I don't have the energy anymore to even go on my keyboard. Can you believe it? Man, getting older sucks. That said. What am I drinking? Oh, just cranberry juice. Plain and simple. It's been my go-to as of late. I also have water in case I need it, but who likes water? All its lukewarm non-glory. But yeah. What are you drinking? That's the question. Rowdy Artifact saying cannot play the Invictus Reserves match. Unfortunate. Hopefully there's still enough to field a full roster, right? But Let's see. Water cringe. Agree. Nate Appleton is money. I believe it. Too much Bear League. From where? I know I'm drinking cranberry, but believe me, it's vanilla cranberry. Not literally vanilla, but you know, it's just plain cranberry. There's nothing else mixed in there. I'm not Gilligan. I'm not Beer League. Usual say on there saying, "Let's go Talos" for a second. I thought you said, "Let's go tacos." That's just the hungry part of me speaking out loud, I guess. But yeah, so we do have all the players in the match here. Make sure I got the right people on the right teams. No, I don't. I don't think. Granted, there are some extra players in here. So yeah, again, we have, as I was mentioning, Dark Reapers Reserves versus Talos, but following this we do have Invictus Reserves versus Dark Reapers as well. So I know it's all kinds of confusing. You got the main teams, you got the reserves, and you got anyway. Bear with me. Bear with me. Start okay, there we go. So they have the 4 on each side, so I think that's a positive sign. We're ready to go here soon. Losum saying, thanks for casting my Astria match. Well, of course, of course. Or, what is a door without a cast in the middle of the night? Not a door at all. Yeah, I'm happy to do it. Definitely going to be an exciting one. I saw plenty of hype votes on there for that match, and same with that Leviathan one later on. Leviathan and who was it again? Villains, I think, right? Just casted Villains a couple hours ago. That was a pretty early game by OCE standards, I suppose. Had a good handful of American viewers in there. That was still during the wakeful hours of the regular average American. But I ain't no regular average American. No, I'm Texas sized, or Arizona, as the case may be. Now we've lost the player. Unfortunate. Down to 7. Hopefully we start soon. I don't want to delay the next match too much. Otherwise, as you guys know, if it's just me, I'm content to wait until Kingdom Come for all I care. But when we've got other matches coming up all in a row, you know, we try not to delay. But then again, I don't know. With OCE, sometimes it's like that, and I feel like there's almost a mutual understanding that it runs on a different time frame sometimes around here. I get that impression anyways. Usual Sayo saying I'll be in round 2. So will I. Cool. All right. Yeah, we've seen some of these matches even earlier tonight where we get the roster switch ups between rounds. So not an unusual thing, but it will be a usual thing tonight for sure. So on the blue side, if I am correct still, yeah, got Talos there, who we've also casted recently. Fielding a roster of Not James, Muskoka Bear, Newton Horse, and Snicket. Other side, got Oculus West, Leto the Phoenix, Just the Sly Music, and not Kirito. No. What did I say? Kilimanjaro. Back in the stream from a couple nights ago. Also, we streamed them here on the Dark Reapers Reserves. Algebert? Hello, what's this then? This is a match between 2 fantastic teams. And I'm ready and rearing to go. I know I kind of changed my accent halfway through there, but never you mind. It's fine. Leto the Phoenix with the disc here. We're just going to cast this pre-game warm-up. Good pass from Sly, actually intercepted by Muskoka Bear. What's going on here? What's going on? And everyone saying good day to the Halberd himself. Hope all is going well. Top shelf. Is that a phrase? Because it should be. Good day, top shelf. Could it be? I think I just heard a ready up. I just heard 2 ready ups. You know what that means? Get a drink. And what else that means? It's the start of the first round. Here we go. So, off to the races in just a hot second. First on the joust, it's gonna be Sly and Phoenix of the Leto variety. Thanks for joining me on this talk show. I'm not Jay Leno, but let's go. It's not James with the disc sending that clear ways through the right lane. That's going to bounce high, bounce low, taken by Snicket, eyeing down Newton, who is right down on the floor. It's going to be a 1v2, and it's not going to provide anything but the turnover. And then the interception as Snicket comes out of the stun. Picking it off, though, it's Kirito, a.k.a. Kilimanjaro, and other various names that I'll come up with on the fly throughout this stream because he told me that I can call him anything he wants. That said, it's Snicket with a pass, and right past the defense, Newton Horse. As a first successful play on the offense there. Talos on the board.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now 1 minute in and first offensive joust here for the orange team. And Windmillin, careful there, gonna wear out the arms. I don't believe that makes you go faster though. Now I believe maybe it should. But nonetheless, that's gonna sail all the way back out into the midfield where Mr. Calamari? Yeah. We'll take the disc over and just wait. Not in any kind of rush, not in any kind of hurry, and certainly not a strategy that I'm unfamiliar with or disapproving of. Always a smart thing, right? Just look for your best possible opportunities. Oculus West doing just that. Oculus West sending it down, but it's going to bounce off the head of someone or other as it's sent into the midfield. Teams vying for their stacks now, and down they go into the orange zone with about a second to spare. And if they can get those orange stacks together again, well, much like the blue team did, they would have themselves some numbers opportunities there in the bubble. But getting a bit lost and disarrayed, that's okay. Leto the Phoenix, the disc, has that alley-oop play, eyeing it instead a rebound, a tapper. But that is not on tap, no sir. The catastrophe in there. Welcome to the catastrophe. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing there, but it wasn't good. Nonetheless, welcome to the stream, Kit Kat, and cheering on Talos. And meanwhile, Turtle Wolf cheering on the reserve. So Snicket will pick it, will pop it, and drop it. It's 4. Someone call what's her name? Willow Smith, I think. Pop, lock it, drop it. Side note, I broke my pop socket recently. Irrelevant, but it did rhyme, and it is also true. Kind of a sad story. Alright, so 4 points uncontested so far, but as we know, that can change on a dime, and it just might. Sly Music with the windmills again out of the launch here. Really trying to, I don't know, activate the muscles there. And atrophy, after all. You want to win, you want to get a trophy. But just Sly Music. Right above the cloud, diving into the the double diamond. True story, I used to call this in the early days. This used to be bow tie to me, this used to be double. I was like the only one in the game who ever called it that though. So it changed, I changed, for the better. That is development for you. Oculus West though, big developments on the defense. They recognize Oculus perhaps caught in no man's land, so we're able to go and stun him out, but still yet Kirito in the back line. And trying to go heel to toe with that pass right down below. Still yet a self rebound. Oculus West will take it in and will get stunned again, losing the disc at the very least. So on a couple of these drives in there, not once they hit that bubble or just within a few feet, a few meters of the bubble, that's when they've been getting a little bit lost. So that defense is quick on the pounce as the Leto the Phoenix sends it back out. Kit saying, bias for this game. Boyfriend is the captain of Talos. Hey, mine too. How about that? Oculus West here with the disc, sending it over to Kirito. And Kirito from the Kiribo. Ooh. Okay, pulling off a little bit of a cam jam. That's going to go right out of the way now. The pass was kind of there, just not caught. So unfortunately, that's going to be an unforced error turned into a horse shot. Turtle Warfare is saying, Hal rooting for us. I'm always rooting for Hal. So down by 6, but still plenty of time on the clock. Only halfway through this match. This is something they can come back from, but I think a bit too casual on some of these launches between the pass outs on these offensive jousts, and then we saw that back pass the last time around that kind of missed the mark. Just a little bit of that casualness has cost them a few times. I think if they can tighten some of that up, they'll still be just fine. Oculus West stunned there outside that bubble, backing it out. Newton Horse. Newton hitting and striking Snicket through the thicket of the wickets of the defenders, and that is the ticket. 8 points.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
I read this. Call Kirito. Beautiful. Okay. So Sly music with the disc and beautiful on the nest. That's going to be sent out into the midfield, but missing, well, again, most players, unfortunately. Oculus West there trying to catch up to it and slapping it out of there. Meanwhile, Kirito with a disc and needs to evade. Look at 3 defenders all converging at the same time, so had to get it out of there really quickly. Meanwhile, flying down that floor, able to capture the disc again. A bit of a windmill clear in James's side of things as they stack together to try and retrieve, which they do. Oculus West now with the disc and deep down that floor, but that stack was already there, well prepared. And granted, they do actually misread the trajectory, but so does the Dark Reaper's reserve. So really anyone's game, anyone's disc at the moment. Tapper over there, nicely hit to Sly music. Sly has Oculus West diving for that goalie and just trying to align themselves with the best possible opportunity. 3 minutes. How neighborly. The Sly music off the backboard. Oh, almost rebounded there. Could have been their first goal. Waving at each other there. That was mighty entertaining. That's why I love, one of the reasons I love casting these matches. Just always so active and physical. Not just when they're shooting and brawling, but even just when they're stalling. Anyway, taken over by James. Not James, that is. A great grab from Oculus West, just they get stunned out. But still causing enough trouble to disrupt the flow of this potential clear. And the clear, though, will still be out of there. So down it goes. Couple of players all the way into the orange zone. Missing the handles initially, but taking it back. It's not James. Not James up tie. Bouncing into the rebound from Kirito with a B. Now over to Newton Horse. Don't you see? Now it's time for the next step. Step B? I don't know. But stepping on him with a stun, it's Sly music. That's another turnover here, but it does not get a clear. So a self-rebound once more. Now if they can stack up, they are still within reach. They just need a goal. One goal is all it takes. I think that's something that Dua Lipa said once upon a time. And so, just one goal, and they should still be more than fine for either this round or even just in the next one. Now they've got the lineup at the moment. It's going to be kind of a 2v4 situation in that bubble, though. Could definitely use one more player in the front line there to help them out with some passes. Also, D-Foot, how's it going? Good to see the D-Foot. Had to finish that sentence out. That would have been a bad clip. But anyways, good to see D-Foot. Kirito there with a deep heave, and if that goes in, that was close, but still no cigar. Over into the wall. 1 minute, 25 seconds remaining, and a Sly music trying to collect. They do. Trying to shoot. Well, they do. Might just turn into a pass there, but pass the hands instead. Disco foot. Well, the disc go by as it goes into the midfield off a clear. Down that lane, quickly. James and Kirito and Snicket. I want to say Snickers. Maybe I'm hungry again. Fun fact, that was also the name of my dog, my childhood dog. That said, the defense there, able to recover once again, still shutting them out. But for how long is the question? Only 39 seconds left. It's Snicket, and with a really slow fadeaway goal. No momentum behind that one. But we'll get the rebound, and either way, a guarantee on this round. So one more if they can get those boosts down the floor. Let's see. 20 seconds remaining. A rebound here to Newton Horse. Angles tight, got the pizza slice. Going for the unselfish play that passed to James instead, but still yet will not be a goal. 5 seconds, so they've got a little bit of time. Let's see, can they recover? No, it is Biribo. And that round goes bye-bye. And the first one taken by Talos. What breed was the dog? It was Thoroughbred Hulk. No, it was a... I think I have to emphasize the phlegm here. It was a Dachshund. Wiener dog, you know the ones, right? Anyway, round 1 in the books. Don't worry about Nightbot. He has no mod powers in here. Nightbot likes to think he does, but he actually doesn't. So his warnings go unheeded. It's a love-hate relationship. Sometimes, he has mod, he does his thing. Other times, it just annoys me and I demod him. It's kind of like my relationship with Skinny. Just sometimes you gotta fire him. It's the natural way of things. But yeah. Third of Warfare saying have 2 dashkis. They are good doggos, very good indeed. Cyanide had a wiener dog also. Name was Oscar, like Oscar Mayer. How cute. How cute. Indeed, they're close to the heart, those dogs. But I think, not to get dark and depressing. I know we have, Dark Reapers, but not to talk about it too much. But once you lose your childhood dog, happened a few years ago. It's just I can't bear to get another one anymore. It's too painful. It's too painful. But yeah, they're good dogs. I love them. Lived a long life. That being said, I think 13, 14 years. So I'll take it. Actually, no, maybe it was more like 15. Now that I think about it, got it when I was 9. When I was 9 years old. Yeah, no, it's closer to 15. Anyway, dogs are awesome, but man, why can't they live forever? Alas, alas. So, with that said, between the rounds here, obviously a successful start for the Talos squad. And taking a look at those stats, I mean, Newton Horse putting in the 4 points, 2 saves, a pair of saves as well for Not James. Skoko Bear with an assist, a couple of stuns, and Snicket with 4 points, 1 and 1 in assist and saves. Other side of the floor, just not able to get it going offensively, unfortunately, for Dark Reapers. A couple of saves from Kirito, playing that back line. 37 big stuns from Sly, so I mean, not really acting like Sly, if nothing. Sylvester Stallone there, just some knockouts, but unfortunately not able to get the rest of the offense in terms of scoring. But 18 stuns there for Leto, and Oculus West with a pair of steals as well. Again, I think as far as adjustments that could be made, that need to be made for a more successful next round for the reserves here, is just to be a bit more, I guess, calculated with the rollouts, because again, a lot of those scores and a lot of the times they were punished, it was off of almost lackadaisical type of turnovers, either off of their offensive joust or sometimes on just in the midfield in general, right? Those little things. I mean, if you can't get it to the other side of the floor as it is, I mean, obviously going to be a tough time scoring. So maybe some slower rollouts. They were patient at points, is a thing. They did make some back passes. They were willing to reset, so they had that right on the money. But yeah, just being able to get it onto the blue side of the floor, and once they are, bringing extra players into the bubble or near the bubble, right? Because on a couple of those offensive drives, they did have 1 or 2 players kind of further back in the midline, which meant inside the bubble, especially since the defense for Talos weren't playing super in the midfield for some of those possessions. That once the offense got going in the bubble, it was basically turning into kind of 2v4s, for instance, or just outnumbered situations where they have the disc and they start driving in, but they don't actually have the next option in terms of the next pass already lined up and ready to go. So we'll see where that goes. But into the second round. Off the gates, it's Sly Music with the disc, doing a little spin. And sending it off there to Turtle. Rowdy saying 14 older than you. Yes. Well, Rowdy, you should live forever as well. We could only be so lucky. And old Jack Burton speaking of livelihoods, how goes life over in the countryside? Saying, Talos? I don't know. Can I just chalk it up to my American accent? We'll work with that. I don't know. I go with Talos purely because, you know, Skyrim. Oh, Talos. Well, down the palace and fortunately not into the goal. Although I do thank you for the education. Always happy to learn some new stuff there. Talos. Praise Talos. Well, praise Snicket. I'm still focused on my dog. My apologies, but I miss him. Anyways, back into the trench here, taken up high by Leto the Phoenix. Snicket is in the area. Turtle as well. So we got dogs, we got turtles. Got the midfield take back by Sayo, who does indeed step into this round after sitting out in the first one and hanging out in the Twitch chat. So always fun to see that quick transition. See if they can transition this into a goal. That is mighty close, but the disc lost there and right through the hands of a pair of midfielders for Talos. Talos. Oh man. I'm just gonna stick with what I know. I'll have to do some casting practice, I suppose, to get that muscle memory down. But anyways, Snicket's gonna slap that out of there. It takes a weird one off the boot, but Sayo still is gonna be in the area. And meanwhile, in the deep back line, it's Leto the Phoenix with the grab. Now, that'll bounce a few different ways into the trap taken by Oculus West. That's a deep heave, and that station block kind of guarded by the defense. A great steal, though. Turtle could it be, will not be, but a rebound shall, and Sly Music gets it done. Music to the ears, indeed. Jake Fox cheering them on. Let's go, and they went. Old Jack Burton. Donkey goes EA Sports. That's what this is. EIO. And not a problem, Mighty Quinn. Happy to have you here, and thanks for the compliments. Again, supporting the stream, supporting the teams, and maybe a rebound as well, but it just careens back into the wedge. That'll be taken here by Usual. Usual eyeing down, maybe a pass, but a good dive from Sly. So Sly had the goal on one end. Sly has the dive on defense on the other. Can it supply them a shot? That is the question, but I guess that is not the case, as it's going to be apprehended there by the blue squad. Talos working their way into the bubble now, just beyond the reach, actually, of one of the players. What would a country boy like you know? Oh, plenty. If yeah, you at least know a lot of Echo. That much is very clear over the last couple of streams. Old Jack is all reliable. Old Jack cracked, right? Not to be confused with Jack Black. But, nonetheless, music is a theme apparently of these streams right now, as usual. Sayo trying to collect the disc. Leto as well. Now, midfielder there, so they got to be aware of those midfield slaps, those clears. Always a danger, especially with midfielders lurking, and even then, just the geometry lurking, always disrupting in so many of those clears. Sly trying to find another one. That was a really tough angle, so just had to swing it tornado style, essentially, doing a spin. Now, up top, it's Snickets with a take on the disc, maybe eyeing that bottom cloud, bottom bounce, that is to say, and it's going to provide a rebound to Usual, who does score to tie it up 2-2. And by the by, if there are any rostered members from Invictus Reserves or Dark Reaper's main, not reserves, but main, they will be streamed next after this. I'm not sure. I can't remember if anyone's in the roster in the Twitch stream, but if you are, you know the deal. Both teams are willing to wait. That's cool. And if they're not, I will still be there, even if I join late. So either way, we'll get to that match right after this one. And a quick release. It's going to be just missed, but taken back by Newton Horse. Now Newton working her way up. It's a 3-on-2 in the goal off the dome of Oculus West. And it remains deadlocked now. Couple points for either team. There's the cut, the tap, and the goal. Snicket puts them up by a pair. Rowdy's asking about, oh, casting and such. Turkey is asking. Shout out Turkey Effects. My favorite of all the sound effects. It's like Artifact's my favorite of all the artifacts. And Snicket, well, that's a very, very mean, rude, disgusting move. And yet it provides them the 7-2 lead. The stun and the goal. Just that 1-2 devastating combo that we see all too often here, especially in OCE. Anne was taken. You guys are still live? Yes, 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 we are. BRML is a 24/7 league. Got regions all around the globe, so we just keep rocking, keep rolling, all night long. I can understand why you think we might be not live though, right? Like what American is gonna be awake at this time of night? This one. Wanna know why? OCE. OCE is where it's at. You have fun up in here. So yeah, welcome. How long have I been awake? Oh, not long. See, that's the thing. I'm a night owl. I'm awake. Basically, consider right now like my evening. This right now is like my dinner time. Turnover here caused, and so Talos starting to break things open again. In danger for Dark Reaper's reserves. That snowball starting to happen, and it looks like it will be the case. A little fade away from Newton Horse, and that is perfectly placed. 11-2 advantage. Where are you from, Anne? Anne was taken. I'm from good old AZ. Ah, so you as well are in West Coast somewhere. 1:02 a.m. for you. Same for me. So welcome, welcome, welcome to the big blue house. All right, so that'll bounce into the bottom of the goal here. Only a couple minutes left, trying to find some more points if they can. Had those nice shot earlier on, but much like that first round, once it gets into that midfield and the blue side, not able to keep it here too long once Reaper reserves are on offense. So trying to regain some of that foothold if they can. But Sly continuing to absolutely rock the other players with those stuns. I mean, it's been really heavy-handed. Heard of lead foot, and I've heard of D-foot, but no, lead hand from Sly Music. Music of choice is probably let the bodies hit the floor with all those stuns. I mean, 48 for Snicket, and then Sly was 61, and that is a 3 from Snicket 1. Wow. Sticks it, 14 points. Watched the game with Dreadnought and Optical earlier. Yeah, I remember that. A stream not long ago in a galaxy far, far away. Or at least a region far, far away. Yeah, this would be my eighth match, I think, casted here. The last, 6 hours or so. Usual Sayo getting stunned. Midfield and in the tunnel, it's taken back by Turtle Warfare. Stun relief therapy, I like that. That's exactly what they're practicing here. Oculus West diving in, good duck, but that's a tough shot, saved out by Usual. Playing that great defense. And you see the drive, I mean, the initial duck was good, but as I was kind of saying, they don't have the extra passing options sometimes in that bubble area. So even if they dodge or duck past one defender, the problem is there's still going to be another 1 or 2 defenders to contest with, and that's where it's getting kind of lost on the offensive end. Because otherwise, in the midfield they've been fine. On the shots, Snicket's been quite fine. But yeah, once Dark Reaper's reserves get too deep into the blue zone, they don't have enough pushers, it seems like. In the actual bubble itself. They have the resets, and they've been going to them at times, but they don't actually have the extra passes inside the melee zone, you know? But regardless, a headbutt out, and that will conclude this game, and a victory going the way of Talos. And good showing from these teams. And as for me, I'll be going to the next stream. Let's see if I've got some invites yet. Does not look like I do. Channel points, we'll get that in just a second. Sure, sure. And there you go. All right, so next match, again, we have, well, scheduled is Dark Reapers versus Invictus Reserves. Anyone happen to be from those teams in the Twitch chat there? I don't actually know if I have these guys in, what's the word here? Requested, friend requested. I don't know why that was such a struggle to find. But yeah, no invites yet, so if you happen to be listening, send them out. Otherwise, I'll have to go type on the Discords. And I'm not good at that. Not this time of night. Alright, well, I will leave it on the score screen here for just a moment. I'm going to try and communicate with the next match. And yeah, we will be back. This is just the beginning of the night here. A lot more to come. So stay tuned. Oh, and I see, Rowdy Artifact, you are indeed on the roster. Like I said, I take these matches all up in a hurry, and I've yet to memorize all the rosters. Okay, good to know. I did actually just now get the invite. I can't, honestly, I cannot keep up with rosters anymore. I used to be so good with that, but there's so many teams now. The problem is that not only am I trying to remember the rosters as they exist, but I'm also still recalling players who used to be on rosters in past seasons. So it gets very mixed up in my head. Anyway, okay, I'm getting into this next match now, so a quick intermission and I'll be back. All right, well, I'm back, and also, seems like the match has already begun. Only a couple minutes in, so here we go, I guess. Round one. I'm assuming this is the actual match and not just a warm-up or anything like that, but all right, here we go. So round one underway, 3 points on the board for the blue squad, which is Dark Reapers, not to be confused with the Dark Reapers Reserves, who we just streamed a couple minutes ago. Fletcherus there, and that is a great save from Turkey FX. Putting in the full effects. D-Foot telling them to wait, shake your head, shaking mine too. That's okay. We're shaking bacon. Shout out to Bacon Sandwich and NA. That said, by the way, that's a player. Not, I know, yeah, bacon. Anyways, here we go. Turkey deep fried into the drive. 5 points. Good stuff. Channel point bets. Yeah, I really didn't have time for the channel point bets. They started by the time I got in here. 1 second. I will attempt to do that for you guys.
5, 4, 3.
Dark Reapers on the blue.
Teams entering the arena.
And Invictus reserves on orange. Put 2 minutes on the clock there. Prediction poll is up. There we go. All right, so back into the match here. 3 minutes in, just a 5-point advantage. So there you go. Get in on it, Jake, Fox, and Co. The prediction polls are up. Of course, you can use those channel point rewards you earn through watching as well as through successful predicting to get your guys' matches casted, as well as some other fun stuff. The word sneaks, the hydrations, the shoutouts, and all that good stuff. And throwing out, but saving as turkey effects. That was an ambitious shot being taken there as it gets sent through the midfield. Snagged by Just Jinx VR and just blinks and it's gone. Turkey effects having it stolen. There is NASA and in the space, but fading away and not able to really get the handles there or the right trajectory on the disc. Now Fletcherous and Awesomeness are sailing down the floor there, floating by and trying to get their grabs back together, and they do. Taking that disc, and they will. And backing it out. Let's see if it actually reaches its mark, though. Kind of struggling there to get to the midfield, but nice take there from Turkey. Quick reaction time as it gets over to Fletcher. Now Fletcher tries to send it over to Awesomeness, but was pretty bothered there by the defense. Another set out. And a dive out. Just Jinx VR causing a turnover there. Midfield. And it will remain at the taking for anybody and everybody. That's a good pass in the finish there. That was beautiful. Awesomeness are us. Assisted by DJ Boran. That was quite the pass. I like that.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
D-Foot saying Reapers versus Invictus Reserves, building quite a rivalry. We always like the juicy drama, the juicier the better, much like bacon. Actually, not really. That's totally false. Forget me. But Spoiled Kitten up high. That's going to bounce around that clock. Kronos is there to maybe disrupt the bits, but not able to get a grab. Outside that bubble, a grab briefly from Awesomeness, but dislodged by the stuns. Another clear orange lane. Now back into the bubble, down by 7. Disrupting there was Just Jinx. A double KO. Meanwhile, up at the wall, Fletcherous over to Awesomeness. Awesomeness the drive, and that's the awesome sauce. 9-0. Yeah, very, very close on some of those opportunities, but
7, 6, 5.
so it goes sometimes. There we go. So Just Jinx is going to throw that. Oh, just barely missing that station block, and that's going to actually go directly. That almost looked on purpose. There's no way, though. But, I mean, Max wasn't even looking. Am I wrong? Am I blind? It bounced in the right places, but then Max received it there. It wasn't looking, I swear. I'm confused. Anyway, that was nice. They have an opportunity here. Max from a tough angle and taken by Fletcherous. Ever so treacherous. Still yet. Running theme across these streams. I believe it's my second time, casting Dark Reapers here. Now Fletcherous is going to get all the way to the offense now. Able to line up that pass, but throwing it right into NASA's arms. Trying to grab each other there, launch down the floor much like a rocket ship. Seeing if they can ship this into the goal. Quickly trying to import, but instead exported off the head of Just Jinx. Diving below, though, Just Jinx will secure the disc one more time. Somehow weaves it through 2 defenders. And close again, but not quite there. Kronos diving the 1 extra pass. Will it be enough? Yes, it is. And that's the stuff you like to see. Max at NASA, assisted by Kronos. 101, 101, 101. Nice work there. And just like that, 1 score in, and man, they're already going for some timeout ice. Ouch. But hey, maybe a switch up here, and actually looks like to be the case. Yeah, Reindeer over on Dark Reaper's side, just entering the game. So, hey, how about that? And just as I initiate the timeout music, well, so it shall go. Be gone! There we go. Anyway, back into the round here. Quick switch out on the rosters, it would seem. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. DJ Boron, not to make a call out on stream, but you are currently in spectator mode, and you are not allowed to be in spectator mode. Anyways, Turkey VR launching out here, and that's going to go into Awesomeness's arms. Awesomeness sending it up top to Reindeer. Reindeer diving in and trying to throw it down. They're up by 7, make it 9 again, 11-2. Awesomeness R Us puts them up. But again, the extra spec is a little bit of a problem, but not a problem that it's for me to handle, fortunately. Anyways, over to Just Jinx VR, and they're gonna launch out here, seeing if they can make a comeback, ideally. A lot of time on the clock, and nothing else. He's still got 10 minutes in the next round as well. That shot, if that hits, that would be great for them. Unfortunately, that's going to miss. But rebound into the midfield, taken by Awesomeness R Us. Not able to get too many regrabs in there, but slung back into the midfield. Now that'll be grabbed up high by Turkey. Turkey able to send that clear through middle. Now risky clear anytime you go there, but does get through, fortunately for them. But as I say that, taken right back, Kronos slaps it aside, and nabbing it is Awesomeness. So a few exchanges of possession, but they do actually get it over onto the orange side of the floor, just beyond Reindeer's reach. Nearly on the money. Would have been a nice breakaway goal for a potential three-point play. They still might have a breakaway there with a pass towards the anchored Reindeer. Trying to rein it in. Dang, oh dear at this point, because that does get lost. So a turnover into the midfield. Stacking down, but missing a couple regrabs along the way, so this will enable the recovery from Dark Reapers. This montage brought to you by Zane. But continue on the match here. It's taken by Turkey Effects with Awesomeness R Us attached. Now Awesomeness with the disc. Down the floor it goes, and down the hatch in a second. It looks like, oh, barely missing that pyramid. Recovery will be had there by Fletcherus. It looks like headbutting it, actually. Another take on it, but now getting stunned. Max NASA clears. That will be rebounded, however, at the midfield. So tried and true, the rebounding method will result in the cleaned up goal. 13-2 at the end of this first round. 11, that will conclude this one, but we still have another round to go. And, of course, some more matches to go after this as well. There'll be a little bit of a delay until the next one, but not terribly long. But, yeah, first one in the books. Well done to the Dark Reapers. Certainly some intrigue at play here in OCE. But that said, over to the score screen. Thank you to IgniteVR.gg and the Spark application for providing our statistic overlays there. As always, go download Spark if you have not already. Even if you're on a Quest, and unless I'm terribly mistaken, I'm pretty sure it has mobile capabilities at this point. And Spark is super, super handy for both players and casters alike. So go download it if you have not. You won't regret it. But that said, back into the intermission here. See if these teams use it. Where? What was I going to do here? Right! Call out number 2, DJ Boran. Hi. Leave spectator. Boy, oh boy. Because last thing I would want is for any kind of rule-related issues to, develop out of this. Again, I'm not a mod or a gov, so it's not my place to make any decisions or calls in that regard. But just saying, I'd rather avoid it where we can. Things all cool and by the books. Of course, slip me $5 and I'll look the other way. Anyway, back to the next round, round 2 that is. Let's go. And cheers to Silent, best caster ever. Don't retire. Oh, don't worry, I'm not retiring. I'm going nowhere. Might be retired as a player, but as far as a caster, I am. Call me Willy Wonka. I'm an everlasting caster. Not going anywhere. I always say I'm not trying to be an esports caster or a VR caster. I'm trying to be an Echo Arena caster. That's it. that's my role. That's my goal. But down into the mix, into the trap, it's Turkey effects. A brief slap past the hands of Fletcherus, but softly sails into Awesomeness's arms. Awesomeness trying to evade, craftily so, but unable to get anything going. A turnover to Max at NASA. Now, an exposed goal might be here for the taking, and that was a quick release. Spoiled Kitten, that was a fresh shot. Not sure I want to know what a spoiled cat looks or smells like. Unless you mean spoiled like, you know, pampered. That makes more sense. Much more sense. Didn't mean to have it get dark in here. I know we have the Dark Reapers, but nonetheless, back into it. That's a great shot. Great hit. Now, it's one of those, if it had not hit, you would kind of be saying, oh man, maybe you should have taken an extra second to line up the shot, taken the time, they had time. But then when it works, it's like, oh, nice job. That was exactly what you should have done. So, taken here now by Awesomeness R Us, trying to distribute over to Fletcher. Quickly on the move, and a bit too much heat on that pass. Made it tough to catch, but they'll still catch up to it. There's Reindeer finding Turkey quite near, into Fletcherus as well, and with a pass, but right past the hands of, I think, 3 different players. Nonetheless, Awesomeness over to the barrier. Now, that was an appropriate pass, and yet covered off nicely from the defense, losing the handles, and just sailing to just Jinx. Didn't even need to meet it halfway, just met them instead. A rebound to Reindeer, who sends it down the floor. The cat is really cute. Oh, I believe it. I believe it. Spoiled Kitten there, hearing the name called. Seeing if they can get this disc back, and for the temporary time, they will. But let's see, because this disc has sailed into the midfield and into the traps 3-4 different times, but it keeps on going back to Dark Reapers thus far. Now, they are down by 3 points, but definitely persistent. That's a male slot that won't quite hit its mark, so no a special delivery there, but maybe a special recovery will enable a goal on the other side. Fletcherus in that goal to guard it out, and, oh, there you go. Turnover once more, so some good defense and quick on the reaction times to get back into action. There you go. Reindeer reins it in, sends it out, but couldn't pour it in. They'll still have another opportunity as Turkey tries to line up that one. But yeah, definitely having kind of some trouble on these passing plays. The thing is, likewise, for Invictus reserves, they've not been able to get a whole lot of clears. It does keep, as you see here, keeps getting stuck in the mid zone. But kind of vice versa, once they get into the bubble for Dark Reapers, trying to find their alignment on some of these passes, but definitely feeling a little bit rushed on some of these. And you know, that's the ebbs and flows of Echo sometimes. You get into those modes of panic. It's when it gets all kinds of physical and aggressive. But the key to that, as we always say, is when it gets a bit disarrayed, what do? You slow it down, you anchor down, you rebound, you throw it down on a spin around at that. Fletcherus, that was a thing of beauty. Very nice, very nice.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7,
So 3-2, 4 minutes expended in this second round. Now, Jinx / Dings, according to Rowdy Artifact. But Jinx on the recovery there is Kronos, one-on-one, right into the goal. Only 12 seconds off the clock, and already they react. How about it?
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Also answer the question, Rowdy, on if there's a certain age you have to be to be a caster. Well, not explicitly, no. I mean, beyond being a 13, at least 13, much like the VRML rules and, you know, the Echo and Oculus rules for that matter. But yeah, that would be the minimum age. Really, it's just a matter of, oh, hold on, matter of time before a score. Maybe no, off the dome of Jinx. That doesn't ding, but that does dome off the head, and twice! And that one was on purpose. Jinx, that was a thing of delight. Wow! The accidental headbutt followed by the very much purposeful headbutt. Super impressive on that one. And if they can turn this into offense, that will be a highlight and a half. Now down the half court, the mid court. Oh my goodness! What a ding that was! That was so close. I didn't even think it was possible to ding from the angle that was shot at. Much less get that close past the goal and into the goal. Reindeer though has a handle on it. That's going to be sent down into the orange zone. No one defending quite there, but Kronos is able to retrieve it nonetheless. So the Stack's trying to play some catch up, and catching it indeed is Turkey. Turkey setting it up high, and a backwards fling, going for some extra highlights, but definitely not what you want when you're down by a couple points. They don't want to see the third round. They're going to try and throw this in for the second goal on their squad, but I mean, 4 minutes left. And again, as I said, what happens when it gets a little crazy? You just slow it down, find an extra pass, and you'll be good to go. But in a close game like this, you definitely want to make the most out of every opportunity, and trying to do just that now. So here we go. A steal from Spoiled, or at least a knockout. Another knockout on the brawls this time. 3 players fanning out, unable to chain together too many grabs, but they're still going to nab it there. For an immediate fling. Oh, how did that get in? 8-2, just like that. And that was maximum speed from the maximum guy in space. That was ridiculous. Somebody call NASA, because we got a problem. I would have said Houston, but we are a long ways from Houston over here in OCE. But nonetheless, what a what a weird series of plays, and I don't say that in a bad way. Just the headbutts, the backwards shots, and then the fling from 3 that just dings and hits. Again, this is quite the round. I don't even know how to call all of it, but it's crazy. That much I do know. Into the blue zone, and maybe another bounce. Based on what happened before, I wouldn't be surprised if that made its way in some way. But awesomeness trying to prevent that from happening. Round 3 could be on the way here, as Mighty Quinn points out, indeed. Let's see if they can make a play there, but no, sir. Off into the left field. Yeah, they're definitely getting a bit hyped on that one, and feeling that some of these plays are quite nutty. Bofa. Anyway. To the sidewall, handled by Reindeer. Slowing it down if they can. Reindeer now working it up the floor. Reindeer, though, directly into Kronos on that interception, so good read. But will it buy them the goal? No. Every one of these plays just vital. I mean, honestly, one more goal will probably secure the round for Invictus reserves. Dark Reapers, similarly, if they get into this offense and do get a goal right here, they'll still be in it with a little under 2 minutes left to spare. Up top, Max with another headbutt off the stun. Taken here with a big brawl, piling up on each other. Dog pile, cat pile even. But Fletcherus with a recovery, the ding. Oh no, but the rebound backwards again and unable to convert. So some of those clears, I know they have to get rid of it fast, but Chaos has definitely been the Achilles heel, I think, of Dark Reapers in round 2 in particular. Just the disc kind of going everywhere, whether on the throws, the passes, or some of these dings. I mean, it's going everywhere, but the goal just jinx again. I owe you a soda again. My goodness gracious, the defense. Max NASA trying to put on some offense. That's going to hit corner-wise and right into the back of the clock. Clock is ticking, 1 minute remaining. Right about meow. Reindeer now the recovery. Bouncing leftward, bouncing midward, bouncing squidward? Not really, but bouncing into Max NASA's arms. 47 seconds remaining. Oh yeah, some incredible defense we're seeing as the chat points out. I'm super impressed by some of these saves. And just a good return round, as a 1 does get thrown down, and even then, Jinx still got an arm. Might have had a bit of a Chicago. So, Houston and Chicago, we've got some problems, but no problem that can't be solved by the goal. They'll cut the lead only to 4 for Invictus reserves. They're going to take this round still, but as I say, when you can end the round with a point, or 2, or 3, that's always something you can drag on to the next. So, with that, clock just about expended, and we are going to the third round. Here we go. So pardon me, quick hydration, because too much excitement makes for a very sore throat. Fun fact, Palidore currently has a fruit fly inside his cranberry juice. Just kidding. Oh, not about that, that was true. I'm kidding that it's not a fun fact. Not a fun fact at all. You know what that means? Water, water everywhere. Unfortunately, I've got to drop the drink. Alright, well, interesting round. Entertaining, suffice to say. Some impressive plays. Got to shout out Just Jinx for a handful of handfuls. And by that I mean handful of saves. Doing quite well in the defense. And in general, able to rebound very well off that first round loss. And just look a bit more cool, calm, collected. I think that's where for the Dark Reapers reserve... No, Dark Reapers, not reserves. It's very confusing. The Dark Reapers, that's where the difference was made, is just the fact that they got so caught up in this chaotic play on a handful of occasions, right? Some of it was credit, in fairness, to the defense. But some of it was also just, again, a little bit rushed, I feel, on a few passes, on a few of the shots. And, again, a few of the goals also not going their way. They had a couple dings. They had one unintentional headbutt. I just threw it into the head. And, you know, so... It's not all black and white necessarily, but the point is, if they can, you know, take a deep breath, slow it down, find some of those passes, they should be just fine. That said, third round, that is more than fine by me. Here we go. Oh look, DJ Boren here outside the spec this time around. So got the goggles on you. Let's see what they can do in this round, decisive round. Speaking of, there's DJ. Well, saying no way. Kronos making the play for the 2-point lead, starting off the right way. Only 12 seconds. Ham Jam G, see you soon, Pally. Will you now? Yeah, he will, actually. 30 minutes from now, we got that pretty hype-voted match, Equilibrium versus Astria. So indeed, we will be seeing the G quite soon. But man, you know the blood here has to be pumping, the adrenaline running for these teams. The longer you get into these matches, especially the third rounds, and especially with the apparent rivalries developing across some of these teams. I mean, you know these teams want to win. Even in just the scrims, you want to win. But especially in the context of a real match situation here on stream, just before the break week. You know, 5 days off here, or 7 days for most teams. Everyone wants to end this on a good note. They want to show up and show out. So as that gets sent over to Awesomeness R Us, that'll be bounced right into the bubble. Diving out of there was Just Jinx, but just missed. DJ with a 2-point hit. Taking advantage of the exposed goal. And tied up. 2-2. Back into the game here. There's a lot of chatters, and I'm happy to see that, but... I'm also getting kind of lost on some of the chats. Let's see, did I miss anything super duper important or otherwise? Hopefully not. Let me know. Glad to see some people stopping by, and some of them from this game as well, from this match or from the last match. So welcome to it. Happy to see you guys. Oculus West, Eli, Leto, and let's go. It's Kronos with a finish on a 2-point play. And hey, if this is going to be the story of round 3, I'm all for it. Get that back and forth action, goal for goal. Why not? Get some OTs in the mix. I was having so many of those OTs last 2 weeks of casts. Feel like maybe I wore it out because I haven't had one all day. It's a crime, really. But Awesomeness R Us will bring it up the floor. Awesomeness hitting, trying to hit the pass to DJ, but missing the handles. Now will be taken by Fletcher. Fletcher, I think, trying to hit DJ there, but brief miscommunication will result in a turnover. So Max and Spoiled Kitten making their way down the floor. Just grazing by the goal. Grabbed by Max, and Max with a stun and another dislodged disc. Getting awfully messy there in the brawls. Definitely those pileups, you don't want to be a part of those. A lot of stuns happening for sure, but They're getting it done here. Let's see. DJ might have themselves a breakaway goal. The defense is almost there. Oh my goodness. DJ gets stuffed there by Just Jinx. Once more, VR. He is insane, and that is not virtual, but it is reality. Getting all the grabs here. Left, right, center, headbutts, or otherwise. It's all going the way of Jinx, who is turning up the heat. Can they do it again, though? That great pass will get it past Fletcherus. The throw down. 4-4. And on a roll here. Both of these teams score for score, one for the other. Round 3 has been a good one.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Silent there with a poll? Suggests a poll? Turkey is going to save something and clutch the game. Oh, like a poll on whether that happens or not? I could make it happen, sure. I was a little confused as all. That said, oh my, that is very close to the goal. Now goal is open. Kronos there trying to contest. That's going to be taken there by Awesomeness as well as Spoiled Kitten and Max. Oh, wow. Max at NASA. I would fund that for decades. To space with you. What a shot. What a shot. That was that was so good. That was Jaywalker-esque. Jay is someone who hits those a frustrating yet impressive amount, and I mean frustrating when you're playing against it. Great hit from Max and great snapback from Turkey. Look at that, 13 seconds in, so they weren't bothered at all. They're gonna get right back into the mix. 10, 9, 8. All right. So the poll, I am trying to get that for you. Let's see if I can. Pardon moi, as it's a one-man show at the moment. I'll leave this on the sideline cams. I'll try to get that for you quickly here. That said, maybe I'll wait until the next play develops, because hold on, DJ with a takeaway. And once more, maybe some time, and the shot is good. It's 8-7. 1 point lead for Dark Reapers.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
What exactly? So I'm trying to set up the poll here. That's kind of a hold on. Okay, turnover. The poll is what exactly? Who's gonna clutch specifically, or just Turkey? We've still got 4 minutes left to go. Taking it out there is Just Jinx. So for both teams, if they can calm it down, oh no, a miss, a rebound, and a hit. So miss the 3-point chance, but they will pull themselves up by 3. That is a tough turnover here in the latter portions of the third round.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. It's back down.
All right, into the blue zone. It's going to be grabbed at the side wall, looks like. 3 minutes, 14 remaining. And you know these players must surely be sweating it out right now. I know I am. But intense is this match, intense is this third round, and immense is the scoring run from Dark Reapers, because if they get this one again, they will walk in goal from Awesomeness. Starting to turn into that danger zone.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So with that, I mean, one more goal going against Invictus reserves here will probably be it in terms of that momentum swing is going to be too much. So Invictus really needs to score here. They've got the lane, trying to get a handle on the goal, on the anchor that is, and tapping off was Kronos. They really needed that, and good on them because they've got it. So only a few points separating. We still got a game. Like I said, had they been scored on one more time on Invictus, and it became a 3-goal game, I think that would have been just too much to overcome. But because of that goal from Kronos, they are still in it. They can still provide an exciting finish here. We're still within reach of that kind of game winner overtime type territory. But one of the problems here is that one-on-one drive produces the goal for Awesomeness again. Some deja vu. But this is the issue I would point out, or not an issue so much. I mean, I guess just the Achilles heel in the context of the last few minutes is that they gotta force somebody else here to start scoring. Awesomeness is getting these walk-in goals, so whether that means the defense needs to prioritize getting back into the goal faster to not allow these kind of one-on-one plays, or otherwise they've got to make somebody else do the dirty work. Basically, those walk-in goals are tough. That walk-in goal, well, that's gonna be tough for Blue Squad because this still keeps Orange and Invictus alive. That's Kronos again. So Awesomeness with back-to-back goals, maybe back-to-back-to-back, can't remember. But Kronos also with some back-to-back goals for the last couple Invictus scores. So yeah, Cyanide pointing out the impressive run. This is going to be, well, I certainly hope, an impressive finish. A turnover maybe. Max at NASA looks like might be there. Oh, nope, actually Turkey just within reach, slapping it directly over to the opposite lane. Now latching on, there's Max. Oh, that is a big stun and a big boost, and that would be a huge shot. Oh, just missing. Unfortunately, they still got the goal. They still got the goal. It's missed again. Oh, no, no, no. Only 27 seconds remaining. That was 2 chances to score, to tie, to send it into the overtime. But instead, it's going to sail directly into the opposite end, and now they are 80 meters away from even having a chance at making a play. So as it sails back into the intercept from Turkey Effects, this could be it. An intercept? No, it's DJ with one more pass down below. The time is gone, the shot is gone, and too far gone on the rebound. It's going to be the win in 3 rounds. Dark Reapers. What a match, and heartbreaker for Invictus for sure, knowing that it was right within reach. But Dark Reaper's just able to clutch it up. What a game. Fun one. Nice to say. Wow. Very, very good game. Impressive from both teams, and I know that was a slobber knocker type of game that you had there. I mean, a lot of the stuns, the brawls, and a lot of that physical play. You can tell it just in the body language, right? How those players were feeling. I mean, again, easy for me to talk, and for all of us in the peanut gallery to be the audience and kind of just watching from this end of things. But you know, if you're in that match, if you're in that arena, you are sweating and you are cheesing at the moment. At least if you're on the Dark Reapers here, because it's kind of the same thing. You know that you were moments away from being forced into the overtime as well. So I know there's plenty of sweat being wiped off the face there. But yeah, that was a great game for sure. Sorry I couldn't get your poll up. Kind of hard for me to juggle, but in the middle of a match, that is. If I'm in between, I could do stuff like that. So I'll refund you the points, not a problem. That said, there were definitely some clutch moments. I mean, but yeah, that was a close game. That said, we've got, let's see what time. No, we're still good. We got about 15 minutes until the next match there, which was quite hyped, and Astria versus Equilibrium. So 2 top teams of this region going at it real soon with some more OCE excitement. Love to see it. Now, before I part out here, let me bring up my scoreboard on my end. Thanks again to Ignite, and just take a look at some of this action. Now, it does look like, because there were substitutes at some points in the game, but it looks like we're actually missing the stats for them. I think the rest of the stats are okay, though. I think that might be because there were some timeouts or resets and I don't know, stuff like that. Usually it tracks all of them, so it might not have all the stats for all the players who played in this match, but nonetheless, we've got most of them. Awesomeness are us. As I was saying, somebody had to stop Awesomeness. Unfortunately, they were not able to. I mean, 17 points to lead all players in this game, and really that third round especially just blew it up for multiple goals in a row to end up with just a beastly, monstrous stat line. Even if you look at that, 17, 1, 3, 2, and 41 points, assists, saves, steals, stuns. That's a lot of numbers. Fletcherus putting up 6 points, 2 assists, 3 saves. You had Turkey with 4 points, 2 assists, 4 saves. DJ Boron with 4 points, 4 assists, and 1 spectated round illegally. And Invictus Reserves with 10 points for Kronos lead the way. 2 assists, 2 saves, and 2 steals, 43 stuns, a big stat line for Kronos. Just Jinx, able to put up 7 saves, probably more in fact. There were some great ones, and again, the headbutt save, which was the purposeful headbutt save, thing of beauty. I had some clutched up plays there for sure. For Spoiled Kitten, 3 points, 1 steal, 36 stuns, and a adorable cat. So I've been told, I guess, in the chat there. And Max at NASA with 8 points, 2 assists, 3 saves, 2 steals, 93 stuns. I'm gonna stay away from Max. Don't want none of that. A lot of stuns. Anyway, that said, Mighty Quinn off to bed. Good night. Good night. Have a great night, in fact. And yeah, sleep well. Thanks for stopping by, as always. D-Foot, also Frostbite VR. Too close for comfort, that game. I agree. You know, those are the moments that really enjoyable as a caster, but also one of those things you miss kind of in terms of being a player and experiencing those, right? Being able to clutch up in the final minutes of a round, always a feeling that just cannot be replicated on the casting booth. It comes close sometimes, but just not quite the same. But still very exciting for sure. Again, Silent, Jake Fox VR in there. Yeah, thanks for all the support, the follows, and all the above. Super Echo Arena, or Soup Echo Arena. The hydration. There's still a tiny fruit fly in here, but because you redeemed Hydrate, I'm just going to ignore it. I was at the bottom of it anyways. Protein. All right, and these were some pro teams. That said, I've been Palidore. I will end this stream just briefly, though, because again, we have like 13 minutes away the next match. In fact, one second. Let me look at the schedule as well for the matches after that, because I have not taken any matches yet. Let's see. So, okay, 20 minutes from now, or 13 minutes from now, it's Equilibrium versus Astria. Nothing 30 minutes after that, but there are a couple matches to take, so... Okay. Question is, to sleep or not to sleep? As Shakespeare once said. I still got some juice left in the battery, I think. Okay, so Dragon Slayers versus Divinity, that's in an hour and 12 minutes. I will cast that as well. Followed by Villain versus Leviathan, 30 minutes after that. So, you have a minimum of 3 OCE matches still to come tonight. Maybe more. We'll play it by ear. But I'll post those now for the schedules. There we go. Okay. Whew. So, Thunder Echo. Redeeming another Hydrate. But I've already drank my Fruit Fly Shake. One second. Let me pour some water in it since it's already at the bottom. Protein. Okay. Thank you. So winding down the weekend. All right. I will end the stream now, but like I said, we'll be back online on this channel in like 5 minutes. I'm gonna go and take a breather, get a snack, and was in a pub there for a second. And yeah, we'll be on live with again a minimum of 3 more OCE matches at least, but also highly hype voted top level matches. So stay tuned. Until then, be happy, healthy, safe, be great to each other. I'm gonna see you again in like 10 minutes.
And we're underway.
Season 4 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, VRware, Rebuff Reality, VR Cover, and ProTube VR. Brought to you by by fruit flies.